best, keeping it real with my people, 12 tribes, the rest of the world, other Gentiles, but exclusively, and, especially 12 tribes. It's your host, D Night, real conversation, real entertainment, and we doing a lot of things, the Lord willing, or the Most High. First, I want to thank them all, the Creator Son, give me the understanding and let me do what I do. Because, it's very difficult talking to you all. You're not even listening, but the ones that are listening, hey, you know what? Bless your soul, And I'm going to say this on record. I'm not trying to say I'm perfect. What I'm saying is, let's try to get to perfection. Let's get it right. Let's start thinking right. And when you start thinking right, that's the process of start doing right. Now look, we all got problems, we all got demons, we all got luggage, we all carrying things that our slave masters and that Satan, the devil, I said the devil, he done took you all up. So you done bugged out, lost your mind, like I always ask you all the time. Have black people in America. When I say black people, I'm talking about also you Puerto Ricans, you West Indians, you Dominicans, Cubans, Haitians. I'm talking about all of you, all the 12 tribes, And look, you disagree with me? Let's talk about it on the show. Come on the show, give me a call. I'm willing to sit down and have a real conversation with you. Matter of fact, let me start the show off right. It's your host, D Nice, real conversation, breaking it down to real entertainment, giving you what you always want to hear. You want to hear something real because it's just too much confusion, too much phoniness, too many liars, too many people that's fronting out here in the world. We got to start getting real one way. You got to get some real talk, like real conversation, real talk. That's the problem with all of us. We want to act and say what we think is all fly and what's all good. We got to get real. That's the key. But when you get real, now you can really deal with the reality that you're supposed to be dealing with. Look, you can trick yourself up and and watch a bunch of cartoons. You can go watch a bunch of baseball games and all that, keep your mind distracted. But what you got to do is come back to reality sooner or later. Sooner or later, all that garbage you've been looking at, all that stuff you've been distracting your mind, it ain't going to do nothing for you but keep you stupid, dumb, deaf, and blind. So what you need to do, wake up, get real with yourself, and start looking around you and see what's going on. The whole world's in chaos. War going all over the place. People bugging out. People shooting themselves in the parties, in the ghettos. You ain't getting no good food. You eating bad food. Girls dancing on tables. Black men killing themselves, calling themselves niggas. Women calling themselves bitches. Look, I can go on and on and on. And what making it worse, you all caught up in all these stupid religions. Oh yeah, I said it. The stupid religions. Because the Creator, the Most High, never gave mankind religion. So you need to come up out of all that foolishness, get yourself correct, so that you can understand how to operate. And look, I'm tired of you so-called Christians and so-called self-righteous brothers who study the scriptures from the Old Testament and New Testament. Look, at the end of the day, the bottom line is this. You got to deal with the Creator and the Creator's Son. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line to the whole game. And you got to find out what He requests us to do. Because remember, you ain't no gods. I'm not a god. I can't save you, can't save me. We got to get back right to the correct understanding. All you going off on your own understanding, I can do whatever. Because there's a lot of stupid people out there talking about whatever be, whatever. That's your problem right there. We in a condition of slavery here in America, and you still run around like a bunch of runaway slaves. Don't have no direction, no understanding, no knowledge of why we in this condition, what went wrong, how it went wrong, and who did it to us, and why they did it to us, and what we have to do to get out of it. So, I know I started the show off heavy, and I know I went deep in, but let's start somewhere where it's real. Because anything else outside that, it's just a cartoon show. It's just something you making up in your own stupid little mind. You can't get real if you keep running away from being real. So, and I want to say this, and I want to say this clear. Brothers, guys, mostly, especially brother, and especially you tribe of Judah, we have to get this in order because it's our job. All other tribes they wait for us because they trying to magnify themselves up against us, but it's really in the reverse. The Lord, the Creator, is going to deal with us first, give us the wisdom, and to teach them. And then after they learn it, then they got to teach their people, and then we all can be on the same level. But until then, it's got to come from you, tribe Judah. You're the one. So come on, get it right. And all the rest of you that's already woken and already been dealing with the tribe of Judah, because you know a lot of the tribes, the 12 tribes, or the other 11 tribes, they don't want to deal with Judah right now. Because they say Judah's bugged out. Yeah, Judah is acting crazy. But you got to deal with the ones that's got it right. So I don't know if you all can understand what I'm saying, but you know, it's really speaking to the 12 tribe brothers right now. So let me come down a little bit and talk to you regular people, what you known as you so-called black people, you so-called West Indians, you so-called Jamaicans, you so-called Haitians, Puerto Ricans, and Spanish people, and Indians of North, Central, South America. Look, we have been tricked in America. We have been bushwhacked, robbed, and lied to about our identity, our nationality, our culture, our God, our power. We have been lied to. Now it's time for you to wake up, get it right. Let's get back on the track, find out how to correct ourselves, because all hell is breaking loose all around the world. Okay? It's happening just like the Creator said it would happen, and you brothers are going to have to realize that, and we got to start thinking about how we going to prepare our minds, our bodies, our souls, our family, our women, our children. How are we going to start dealing with this and put it correctly in our mind what to do and how to act according to the Creator of all creation? Because guess what? All these Gentile nations, they ain't rulership right now, but they were only put there for a temporary period of time. They wasn't put there to rule forever. They were put there to make you mad because we messed up. And when I say we, I'm talking about the 12 tribes. So what we need to do is get real again, go back into the book, figure out what the book is saying. And I'm talking about the Old and the New Testament. I'm not talking about you bug outs, especially you antichrist brothers. Yeah, I know what the word Christ means, but let's talk regular for a little while. Because I've been talking on Facebook, talking to you all, listening to all your foolish conversations. You done lost your minds. I'm going to tell you straight up. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. And if you don't agree with me, come on the show, give me a call, and we can talk about it on a round table anytime, anywhere. I guarantee you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm sick of you. Excuse me. Are you ready? Are you ready? You better run. I know another runaway slave took off right now. That's what I said. I'm not running from none of you so-called black people. I'm tired of you lying to yourself. Telling yourselves things that ain't real. Trying to talk about and think about things that's just a bunch of cartoons. When the hell are you going to wake up, snap out of a coma, and get real with yourself? When the hell? Ain't that right, sis? I'm talking about all of them. I'm talking about everybody. Yeah, it's two women, right? Yeah, when I said I was talking about all of them, then the other side guest said, he's talking about women. Yeah, I want to get on women. Matter of fact, I'm going to change the position of the show. Let's talk about women tonight. Oh, yeah. I want to talk about the women. Oh, and I know you women say, why you always talk about the women? I told you that in prior shows. I talk about the women because you know why? You women you got the children. Now, if our children are around you and you teaching those children the wrong thing, guess what happens? You created another generation of bug outs, runaways, lowlifes, and cutthroats. That's what you did. You created a bunch of fools again. So if you don't have the correct knowledge, your children ain't gonna have the correct knowledge. And if your man ain't got the correct knowledge, you certainly ain't gonna get it. And most of you men, you don't even want to step up the plate and rule your household the correct way. Now I know these women are bugged out. Hey, look, I suffer from it. All other brothers suffer from it. But you got to know how to draw the line where you got to deal with the mother or deal with the children or deal with them both. You got to make a decision in yourself how to correct this situation we're in. Yeah, well, why don't you come on? Let's sit up. Yeah, yeah, that's a side. When Runaways ran across and said I wasn't SHIT. Like I care what women think. First of all, I can't wait till the kingdom is set up and we ain't gotta listen to these women no more. They're gonna have to listen to us. Oh, what I'm talking about? Go to the book Isaiah 4 and 1. Okay? Because that's gonna happen. That's for the higher level. But for you regular ones, since when are women more powerful than a man? In what time period that women are more powerful than men? These women today, you know what they do? They tell us, oh, you got to accept what I say because we over you now. Because the so-called place America done put the women over the men. Or this so-called world today said the women got more power than the men. When the hell did the women got more power than the men and the women are weaker than they men? Women are weaker than men, period. Straight up. Forever. The only time women have control is when they can manipulate your mind and have you acting like a bunch of runaway slaves, like a little puppy dogs running after them because you want sex with them. Don't you know, brother, that the women was made for us and us not for them? Do you know that? They ain't no great enough. We the greatest. They got to come behind us, not us behind them. Who was created first? Man. And then women. Or rather, who was formed first from spiritual level? The man first, and then the woman. Because I know you all just try to catch me talk about, oh, who was created first. I know we all created at the same time, but the creator woke the man up first. And the first man he woke up was the man you call Adam. Okay? So, stop playing with me. Stop playing with yourself. Let's get real. You know, you don't agree with me, or you agree with me, call me up at the end of the show. Let's talk about it. You know? So, I'm trying to really relate to a people that have been in darkness, and which is my people. And you know what? And I gotta say this: the rest of you world, the rest of the nations in the world, you did a good job in destroying the 12 tribes. You have done an excellent job in destroying the 12 tribes. The 12 tribes, because they are still confused, still dumb, still lost, still out of control. But guess what? You was only given a certain period of time to do that. That's all you was given. It's time now for them all to wake up. And guess what? This is not a hate thing. This is not me attacking. The Creator is the one in charge of all of this. He's in charge of all of the things going on. What you do, what you nations, when I'm done, I'm going to talk to you Gentiles, you got to understand, you're going to realize that it is the Creator that even gave you the power to rule over the 12 tribes, the chosen people. Now, when you get that understanding, you're going to find out you're in trouble too. Just like the 12 tribes are in trouble, they went into slavery up under you by ships. So that's another problem you got. All the prophecies already tell you how things are going to go. And if you look at it, the only people that fit any of the prophecies is the Black Americans, the West Indians, the so-called Puerto Ricans, the Haitians, Dominicans, Panamanians, Cubans, Mexicans, and so forth and so on down the list. All right? So let's stop playing this stupid game that you've been playing. Now let me get back to this thing called a woman, or the so-called black woman in particular, because she the leaders of all other women. She done went off so much, she done abandoned the black man. None of you notice, every woman of the other nations, whether the other nations are right or wrong, the Chinese woman respects her man. The African woman respects her man. The Ethiopian woman respects her man. The white woman, I said it. The white woman respects her man. The only nation of women that don't respect her man is the so-called black woman in America, the so-called West Indian woman, the so-called Haitian woman, the so-called Spanish woman, the Puerto Rican, the so-called Dominican, Cuban, Panamanian, all of them done went off and said that they better than us because the man told them that they got power over us. And you know where you got that stupid thinking pattern from? Slavery. Oh yeah, I understand the problem. The problem is you don't know what's going to happen in the future for you agreeing and doing what you're doing to the man, to us in America. the so-called black man and all the other 12 tribes. Now, I know a lot of you probably talk about, what's he talking about? He's talking about the 12 tribes? What does he mean by the 12 tribes? Once you go read your Bible and look at the book of Revelation, in the book of Revelation tell you who the 12 tribes are. In the book of Genesis tell you who the 12 tribes are. The 12 tribes are a nation of people that had to go into captivity because they broke the laws of the Heavenly Father. And you always talk about how come the black people went into slavery. Why don't you read the book of Deuteronomy 28:68? That'll give you a clue. Alright? Yeah, that's it. Thank you, bro. Side guest who's talking. You know? What we got to do is start getting back real, getting back to the creator, understanding what happened, how it happened, who did it, why they did it, and what to do, and how to get the hell out of this situation. But it all starts first in your mind. That's why Satan operates with giving you all these stupid thoughts, bad music, bad ideology, bad theories, bad opinions. If you notice, every time you talk to one of these, I was about to call them clowns, but I want to be nice. Every time you talk to one of these professors or one of these people that so-called know something, they'll go, oh, in my opinion. Yeah, what the hell do you mean in your opinion? If you look up the word opinion, it means unfactual. That's what it means. It's not based on any facts. The Creator said, and he said it over and over again, you're going into slavery by ships. It ain't got nothing to do with what the white people or the other nations said. The Creator, whatever his word is his word. That's why you got to learn how to figure out, is the Creator lying or is he not lying? Is he telling the truth or he's not telling the truth? But when I read the book, I figured it out. I understood what he was saying. Now, your job is go read the book and prove all things and stop arguing with me because I'm sick and tired of arguing with you brain dead runaway slaves. Every time I'm trying to tell you some truth, you look at me like I'm the enemy. Like, have I became your enemy because I tell you the truth like Paul said? All you got to do is go open up a book and read. Come here, bro. Come here. There's a brother. There's another brother. You know, inside. You know, I'm going to bring you up to speed, right? Come on, sit back with me, man. Let's do a little segment together. Now, you know, it's hard to really get some real brothers in, right? I was explaining a lot of heavy level stuff before you got here, but I went and directed the show towards the women, our women today. Now, I know a lot of you said, I'm always talking about the women, but the problem is, and I gotta say it, you women are a very serious problem to the so-called black man. Now, I want you to introduce yourself and give your comments on how you feel about how the women in America treat the men. Introduce yourself first.
First of all, I'm Seth from Westchester, and I believe that, unfortunately, with some of our sisters, they are presenting some problems for the brothers. And not all women, but some women, the weak ones that are among the black community today.
Agreed. Because we want to, and I'm glad he said that. You remember, he said, not all women. So women, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. Don't be getting mad at me and turn the channel too quick. Stay around and listen to what we say. Now, I'm going to put some questions to you, bro. Do you feel that the women are not listening to the black man today? You ever notice like a woman say, I don't need a man for nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Have you ran across women like that?
Yes, I have, yes.
What do you think happened? How do you think that woman got so brain dead or crazy or disrespectful that she feels like she's greater than him, that she can tell him what to do?
Well, unfortunately, I believe a lot of it had to do with a lot of our brothers being messed up the way they are. Some of them are today. And I believe that's where some of them got that from, to be totally honest with you. I mean, we got a lot of messed up brothers out here that go around and mess up. And I believe that's where our sisters are going through that route with us, to be honest with you.
So in other words, these women are mad because they met those brothers that are negative and unknowledgeable and had no wisdom and understanding. And then they're taking it out on all of us now.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. But
you know, it's a sad case because, you know what if me and you got mad? Because, you know, I know you met a lot of bugged out women. And I tell you, I did. I met a lot of bugged out women. In my comings and goings, in my period in this world, I done met the worst and the best. But I met more bad than good.
I agree with
you. But that don't stop me from saying I hate women. I'm just trying to show them love and say, look, women, please try to correct yourself.
I agree with you.
But why they keep, every time when we start to talk about them like we talking about them now, why do they get mad at us? Why do we black women get mad when we trying to show them love and tell them like, sister, stop acting like a hoe. Sister, stop bugging out. Sister, stop disrespecting the fathers. Sister, stop disrespecting us men.
I believe a lot of it has to do with the fact of the trust factor, dealing with some of the brothers that some of these sisters have dealt with. You know, it's unfortunate that a lot of brothers put a lot of sisters in the situation that they're in. So as far as I'm concerned, my man, I believe that the trust factor is lacking in the black community among a lot of our sisters.
So is the trust because they've been hurt?
Yes, totally.
Okay, the brother had a point, and he brought it out. He said the reason why you sisters are mad is because of the distress and all the things that happened from the black man that he did to you. But you gotta remember, if the black man's out of order, that don't mean all black men or so-called black men are out of order.
I agree with you.
You know, so you women gotta reevaluate what you thinking and how you acting. Don't take it out on all of us because the man you pick, because that's the man you wanted. See, you got messed up behind him. See, what you should have did was you should have analyzed that brother, examined him before you start laying down with him. See, the problem with these women, you always laying down with Raheem and all the players and Big Willie, and you forgot Big Willie don't give a damn about you. Big Willie just wants sex. That's all Big Willie wants. Right or wrong, bro?
I agree with you. That's what all Big Willie want. Yes,
he want a good whore. That's all Big Willie, Mr. Big Daddy wants is a whore.
And unfortunately, my sisters, is the fact that a lot of women, especially you sisters, your self-esteem has gotten to that point to where you allow that to happen. You know what? At the end of the day, you got to wake up. You got to look at yourselves in the mirror and say to yourself, I'm the best black woman I could possibly be so that this does never happen again in our community.
Thank you. And look, I'm going to say this clearly. We all have been hurt. The so-called black man in America has been hurt. So-called black women have been hurt. Our children have been hurt. Our families have been hurt. Our nation has been hurt. But how do we correct ourselves? How do you correct it? First thing you got to realize that we all been brainwashed and defected and tricked up by this world. That's the first thing you got to learn. Right or wrong, bro?
I agree. I totally agree with him.
So once we understand that we've been damaged by this system and all the liars, and the people that put this slave system in our minds, because they're doing it every single day. Look on TV, read books, look what they do to us. They do it psychologically to us all the time. And then don't worry about that side guy. I never run from nobody. But get back to what we talking about, bro. Hey, bro, you with me? Yeah, you see a pretty girl. Yeah, women. And we talking about women. Look, you with me or not?
I'm with you on that. Totally with you.
What is the solution to the problem?
The solution to the problem is the fact that we have to train people at home. Training begins at home as far as the male and female and how we deal with our sisters within our own community. One of the things I appreciate is the fact that my parents taught me how to appreciate the black woman. And I've been able to permeate that throughout my 49 and a half years here on the earth. But unfortunately today, and I'll be honest with you, a lot of the brothers and sisters today have lost focus on what they need to be focused on. And unfortunately today, a lot of the black men today are raised by single women. And the end result is that a lot of them have issues with dealing with women. And it's unfortunate because the bottom line of it is, whereas me and my brother here have had the proper training, a lot of these young black men in our black community do not have the training that's needed in order for them to be productive members in our community.
I'm so glad you said that. Now I'm going to bring out another point, a very interesting point. I'm glad you said that. A lot of men have been brought up by women. Meaning they had no father in the household.
I agree.
You know what happens when you have that? You have a lot of men who what I call, excuse the expression, men who are raised by women have emotional feelings like a woman. See, a woman who has control over a man when he's a child to up to time he becomes 21 and become a man, she has raised hold on, come on in. Come on. Yeah, I thought. No, don't talk on the side. Don't talk on the side. Hey. Don't talk on the side. No, don't talk on the side. Come on over here. Yeah, see, another side guest. She want to talk on the side, but she don't want to sit down and deal with it on TV. And let's talk about it for real. But let's go back where we
you knew something was up with her because she had pink hair. You know what I'm saying? So you know where she was coming from.
Had pink hair, pink tights, pink high heel shoes on. You know, her whole mindset is about sex and more sex and more sex. That's all about. But see, we ain't on that level right now. We on a level, we trying to give you some knowledge, understanding how to operate where you can have all the women if you wanted to, brothers. And yeah, I said it, sisters, because you only going by what men want. Because you wouldn't act that way unless you thought we want that. The problem with the men is they got all stupid and thinking that they want whores all the damn time. Right or wrong?
I agree, brother. I agree.
That's the problem with us. We don't have a whore mentality.
I definitely know. I don't have a whore mentality.
Well, we a little past that. I'm not gonna lie. I like a woman to look pretty, but I don't want to look like a whore.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Now I want to go back to what I was saying about the men being like what you made your point about. You saying that a lot of these men was raised by women. So when a man is raised by a woman, he doesn't have the full level to operate like a man, because I always say in all my shows, it takes a man
to raise a man
and to teach him how to be a man, and it takes a woman to teach a female how to be a woman. Because I don't know all the intricate parts about how women do what she do. I know that they do what they do, and I know what we want from them, but it takes another woman to teach that young child or that young female, here's what we do, here's how we do it, and this is how it's done. Yeah, let him debate. Hold on a second. Anytime. Hey, look, bro, we got side guys. Whenever you ready, come on in. All right, you know what? It's okay. No, hold on. No, not yet. Side guests are reading on the board my 12 questions. I'm sorry, viewers. We got interrupted. We'll deal with him and anybody else to come in. But let's go back where we at. So what you were saying was this, right? Brothers who've been raised by these women got to reevaluate their mindset. Yes or no?
I agree. They totally had to reevaluate.
You know, I told you this show is going to be about you women tonight. So I want to try to keep it focused on women, because I know a lot of you women always say, who the hell I think I am to talk about women, and what do I know? I'm just telling the real truth of what we see and deal with. What we need to do is try to figure out what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Like a lot of these women say, well, you know what? We don't care damn what you men say. How do you feel about the women that don't give a damn about us?
My mind is, unfortunately, they're entitled to their opinion, so we just have to go along with it.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that all other women respect they men in the world,